Hey guys, today we are going to be doing a little rank tutorial for Heroes of the Storm. So, I just wanted to show you my rank here. It's bugged out right now, but I think I am 9 and 6, Diamond 5, almost Diamond 4, one game away. So let's just go over some of the things that I have been doing in ranked that have been working for me. A lot of people are going to do a lot of comfort picking in ranked. Okay, so what that means is that they're very familiar with a certain hero, so they're going to pick that hero to carry just because they're better with that hero. Now, comfort picking is important. Okay, comfort picking is important because you'll be a lot more familiar with what it feels like to actually be winning the game with that hero. You know, if you've played a hero and you're very familiar with them and you played them a lot, then you're going to be more familiar with that hero and you're probably going to do a little better with them. Next thing is, you should be a little dynamic in the Storm League, meaning like you should be good at a wide variety of roles. You need to have at least one tank, one healer, one support, one bruiser, one range DPS, and one mage. I think it's important to be good with a lot of that because it depends what you need. And, you know, there are a lot of different maps in this game. And the thing is that what you really need to do is you need to familiarize yourself with which heroes are good on which map. Now, I can give you a few examples here, but I can't list them all. Okay. On Infernal Shrines, KT is very good. Okay. Tomb of the Spider Queen, Sylvanas, and Zagara, great on that map. Yeah, Battlefield of Eternity, Vala, Artanis, Lunara. So things like that, you know, you should be able to, when you see these maps, you should be able to just instantly name which heroes are good on them. And that's because if you go on the website heroescounters.com, it should show you by map which hero is the most picked, which is a great website. Heroes Counters is great for when you're playing ranked. It can really give you a lot of pertinent information in a short amount of time. So if you're not familiar with who's good on which map, you can go ahead and go to heroescounters.com and it will show you, which is really nice. Alright. Next thing, you need to get out of the mindset that you always need to play DPS and carry people to win ranked. That's not how it works. I mean, it's such a team-based game that the most important thing in Storm League is working together for the greater goal of winning the game. If you don't work together with your teammates, then you are not really going to get anything done. And you know, picking the carry role and carrying with it and having a team that helps you out, that's fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with picking it. Excuse me. All I'm saying is it's important to be good at a wide variety of roles because this will help you if someone else is you know, is comfort picking their main DPS role. Like let's say it's a one trick Vala, that's all they play, or all they do is tank. Well, you need to be ready. You can't go into ranked saying, okay, I'm gonna play Vala and Vala only, right? Because you can't go into ranked thinking this hero could either get banned, could get picked, someone else could take it. It does, you know, it's endless what could happen. So don't ever put all your eggs into one basket. If you're really good with a hero, you need to also judge if they're good enough for Storm League. It's crazy, but are you good enough with the hero for Storm League? And is that hero good enough for Storm League? Two examples of heroes that I don't think that you should play in Storm League are Murky and Abathur. And the reason why is because I would also say Lost Vikings too. I would say Murky, Abathur, and Lost Vikings are something you don't want. And also I would say don't play Cho'Gall in ranked. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have those heroes as their main, right? You know, maybe you're a main Cho'Gall or something, or I don't know. There's a lot of Murky mains out there. Excuse me. But you got to keep in mind that the reason why a lot of these heroes work, Murky, Abathur, Cho'Gall, you name it, the reason why a lot of those heroes work is because in a quick match environment, the enemy team can't predict that you're going to go them, okay? Now, if the enemy team had a draft and saw Abathur, they're immediately going to ban a lot of really good auto attackers like Greymane, Vala, Illidan, Kira, maybe. And that's because they're going to be predicting the Abba hat. And so, really, who's going to be your hat target if a lot of them get banned? And the other thing is that in ranked, a lot of people deathball more, and they just know generically how to play better than most people. So, if you have a slug and your team is constantly 4v5, it can really make it a lot harder than it needs to be in ranked. So, this is why I'd much prefer to just play a regular game with some regular heroes. Murky is kind of the same deal. It's always 4v5, and Lost Vikings, it's the same thing. I mean, yes, they provide a little bit to the fight, maybe an Octograb. Octograb, Planet Cracker, that's actually a pretty good combo. You could run that in ranked. But my best suggestion is just to play normal heroes. Play the normal, generic heroes that are easy to play. I do like, if you're good with Medivh, I do like him in ranked. But there are a lot of picks in ranked that are really going to just hard carry games. Like, Vala, Zul'jin are some of the most picked heroes in ranked right now. So I think that's what we're going to go over now. We're going to go over... Excuse me. We're going to go over the ranked meta right now. And I'm actually pretty familiar with it because I've been playing a lot of ranked lately. And, yeah, there's a huge meta, okay? So let's discuss every meta hero. So the first meta hero, we already have him selected on our screen, is Vala. She just does a lot of DPS, especially with her auto attack build. That's very common in ranked. People have to protect her, but she can stack early, and she already does a lot of damage baseline early. She can just kind of melt heroes. She's very strong. Zul'jin, he stacks late game. He does a lot of damage too once he's stacked, and he's just kind of like a safe auto attacker. So Vala and Zul'jin are two top DPS picks. You see Tychus a lot. I mean, he's also like a formidable DPS, good tank killer, but he is more vulnerable than Vala and Zul'jin. You got to take that into consideration too. His range is lower. All right. So next meta hero. So we got Vala, Zul'jin, and then the next meta hero is Rhaegar. And Rhaegar is really broken right now because he's just a well-rounded healer. He has a totem that nerfs your spell power and attack speed of the enemy team. It heals your team. It slows the enemy. There's really nothing that the totem doesn't do. And a lot of people are going to say, oh yeah, well, people are just going to target the totem. Well, once you get level 1, you can move the totem. So, the excuse of, oh, the totem dies, so it makes it not good, is not an excuse because you can just move the totem and then it won't die. So, he's the best healer right now. So, Vala, Zul'jin, Rhaegar. Another top DPS pick right now, Sylvanas. Now, Sylvanas is there and up here because of the cheese that she can do. If her team is there and they're at a fort, she can just shut the fort down and they will take it a lot quicker. Now, Sylvanas is disgusting, and playing Sylvanas in ranked is kind of cheap because a lot of people are going to cheese forts and stuff, and it's kind of fucked up, but she's a formidably good hero. Next super meta hero right now is Garrosh. Garrosh even better than Diablo right now, which is kind of sad, but I'm both Garrosh and Diablo player, and I love Diablo. He's so fun, but I will put Garrosh over him just because Garrosh relies less on the map to be effective. Okay, so Garrosh could be anywhere on the map, doesn't matter. Walk up to someone, throw them, and just kill them. And everyone's terrified of him. No one wants to deal with the Garrosh. No one wants to walk up to the Garrosh. Whereas Diablo kind of needs maybe a wall that he can headbutt someone into, right? The wall bang. Diablo also is very weak early game, whereas Garrosh doesn't really need anything early game to be strong. He has a lot of armor when he's low. He has a low health pool, but it doesn't really matter because he makes up for it because he's so formidably scary. Diablo, he has no souls early, meaning he's not going to have a lot of health, and he's pretty squishy, and unless you get a pick right off the bat, you're not going to start stacking up your souls. So those are some of the most meta heroes right now. We got Diablo, Garrosh for our tanks. We have Rhaegar for our healer. Rhaegar, Anduin, I'd say, and Stukov. These three healers are all three of the best right now. And then, of course, Brightwing. Where's Brightwing? Brightwing's really good healer, too. And then for range DPS, we have Zul'jin, Vala, Tychus. And for our tank, we had Diablo, Garrosh. Healer, we had Rhaegar, Anduin, Brightwing. And then off lane has kind of always been... Oh, and then Sylve. Don't forget Sylve for the DPS. Zul'jin, Vala, Tychus, Sylve. And then Rhaegar, Anduin, Brightwing for heals. Johanna, Garrosh. Or sorry, Diablo, Garrosh for tanks. And then for off lane, we got... Gazlowe is extremely good right now just because of his self-sustain and his CC. And in addition to Gazlowe, you have generic old Sonya. I'm trying to find her right now. Where is she? But yeah, Sonya has always been good, and she always will be good. She's just a generic bruiser. So Sonya, Gazlowe for the off lane, some of the best right now. So that is pretty much the meta. I mean, we could put Rag up there just because he could press R. The lava wave's kind of gross, but his team fight's not there. Like Meteor build is okay, but he's only alright. Rexar is also a very strong solo laner. Just depends what map you're on, because some maps you can get rotated on a little easier. But yeah, so there is a meta. So those are some of the most meta heroes that I wanted to show you, and for you to keep in mind. So to look out for those, maybe ban them or pick them, or just kind of look out for those picks in ranked. The next thing is that before I go into a ranked game any day, if I'm going to be solo queuing or group queuing, I'm always going to play a quick match first. And like I'll aim to play, like let's say for the next game, I would like to play Garrosh, right? So then I'll play a quick match Garrosh before I play the ranked Garrosh. And just kind of see how it goes. And the thing that will happen in a QM is you'll start realizing things that will help you in your ranked games by basically playing the QM. Yeah, I can't discuss every little thing that's going to happen, but you might come to some realizations just by playing that champ. And I would also recommend, if you can, try and play in a group with some friends, and don't make the group too big. If you can, it's best to just play in Storm League with one other friend or two other friends. So what that means is 2 and 3 stack ranked parties are the best. A solo queue is probably one of the worst, because solo queues, 4 stacks and 5 stacks are the worst to queue in ranked. And the reason why is because in solo queue, you don't really have coordination with your team, and you could be going against, a team of people that are all coordinating together, maybe in voice. And the problem with 4 or 5 stacks is the same thing, is that you're going against a very coordinated team, so it's dangerous. So the best line of advice that I can give you is, once you start winning, if you're ahead 3 games, let's say you win 3 Storm Leagues in a row, always quit while you're ahead. Never continue playing and risking your luck, because you could just as easily lose all 3 of your next games and lose all the rank points you just earned, rather than getting off the game for the day, waiting until the next day, and then grinding Storm League again. So quit when you're ahead and quit when you're behind. I personally don't like to lose any more than 1 to 2 Storm League games before I kind of say, okay, no more. And the same thing with winning. Once you win about 3 Storm League games, you kind of want to stop. And the reason why is because the problem is that you will eventually end up tilting. If you lose more than like 2 or 3 games and you're still playing, you're not going to be in the right state of mind. You're going to be more angry and pissed off that you're not winning, and pissed at the system, and pissed at your teammates, and pissed at yourself, and just angry in general, rather than focusing on playing the game. So it's really important to take a break when you're losing. If you're winning, you can go ahead and keep winning, sure, but just know, like if I won 4 in a row and then all of a sudden lost a game, what that tells me is that I'm kind of at my MMR range right there for that day. So if I ranked up 3 games and I ranked up a little bit, I improved in skill over that time, and I got better, and I did rank up. But I'm not going to push my luck. As soon as I lose one game, right, after winning a couple, I'm going to say, damn, okay, I lost. This MMR is definitely higher. These people are better. Wait until the next day to play again, and maybe the people that it finds that it thinks are better are not as better. You know, the pool will be different. That's all I'm saying. So take your time with ranked. The slower that you take it, the better. The better that you do on the few games that you play in ranked is better than playing a bunch of games and not doing as well or just doing mediocre. Now, there are 2 ways to go about ranked. You could just grind it out. You could just keep playing game after game after game after game, probably get placed in gold or plat and climb your way up through the division. Or you could play really well the few games that you play and place higher and then not have to climb as much. And trust me, that's always better. It's always better to place higher and not have to climb as much. And the reason being, because that way, if you ever do get stuck solo queuing or you don't really have anyone to play with, at least your teammates will be a little bit better, right? If you place higher, if you place in a diamond, or if you place in the plat, like high plat, it can't guarantee that your teammates are good. You know, there are a lot of people that are in high ranks that are terrible, but hopefully you would hope that maybe some of them are decent and can help you carry the game. Anyways, I hope this video helped you. It's all about just getting out there and playing ranked and get over your ranked anxiety. People are a lot better in ranked than they are in QM. So, you know, you gotta just kind of get over your ranked anxiety and play. You could always make another account to practice ranked on, but I would never troll in ranked, because think about it. That's the same shit that you wouldn't want to happen to you, would be trolling in ranked. And also, there are a lot of smurfs on this game, okay? So you never know in ranked if you're actually facing a grandmaster or if you're actually facing someone in gold, right? So the biggest thing is just remember that there are a lot of smurfs, and don't beat yourself up if you lose. Don't think that you're terrible. You know, the matchmaking in the division of the ranks in this game is bad to begin with, let alone all the smurfs that mess it up even more. So if you want to contribute to the problem, you can make a smurf and you can practice on that. And the reason why that is helpful, and I'm saying play completely normal. I'm not saying throw the game. I'm saying try as hard as you can on your smurf, just to make it a little easier and take the ranked anxiety away from you. Don't be so scared to lose your rank points. If you're smurfing, you won't be as scared. Now, I don't want you to throw the game. I want you to practice it and try and win it with your team and see how you do. See the mistakes that you make. See how the draft went, how you could have changed that, how you could have changed how you played, how you could have changed how you counter picked or comfort picked, right? And just kind of practice ranked on another account, and hopefully you did well. And once you're ready to go in on your main, you know, you've already won the Storm League. You've already been there, done that, and you're comfortable. So it's all about being relaxed, being comfortable, being confident, but not overconfident, and just doing it. So I hope this video helped. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and good luck in Storm League.